Have you ever had a saying that you've gone around talking about or hearing about majority of your life, and then one day you turn around and find out that's not the entire saying? That happened to me this week when I was listening to a book on Audible, and there's a saying, an old saying that we all use, and no, I know I've used it several times, and I shared it this week in our Knowledge Gumbo Conversations, which is a live stream where we go live and talk about things that affect Gen X and older Black women. And you're more than welcome to come and join us every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. But there's an old saying, a jack of all trades, but a master of none. That is not the entire saying. I know. Blew my mind too. Like, what? I've been saying this my whole life. I've been hearing it my whole life. What do you mean that's not the entire saying? I had to go Google it and look it up and even threw it in the chat GPT to try to get some history on it to figure out what the whole thing says. And but we say that, a jack of all trades but a master of none, and we stop right there. But in actuality, the quote keeps going. The statement keeps going. And the real saying, the real full line of it is a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So that kind of flips it from being a negative statement to a positive statement. It's saying that it's wonderful to be versatile, that being versatile, having a plethora of skills is a strength, not a weakness. Now, don't get me wrong. When you can master a particular skill and do it better than anyone else, that is a blessing as well. But if you have a multitude of skills, no matter the situation, you can adjust and apply those skills. And it's not a negative. It is actually a positive because it means you can move, you can adapt, you can show up in different spaces where you're needed. Like for me, when I started out in church in multimedia, I just wanted something where I could hide behind the scenes. I had did enough in my earlier, younger days with being out front, being a greeter, being an usher, singing in the choir, being a soloist. I didn't want all that smoke no more. I'm I'm a behind the scenes kind of gal, and I like being behind the scenes. Know what I mean? So what I did was when I first joined multimedia, I just focused on putting up the words, whether it was for songs, whether it was scriptures or the sermon. But then I wanted to help other people be able to participate in service. So I went and taught myself some Photoshop. I went and taught myself some other types of graphics. I learned how to do sound. So I did some sound mixing in front of house, in the back of the house. I learned how to do some directing as well, so that if there was ever a shortfall, I could step in and I could do it. I could help out. I could fill the gap. And that's what having a multitude of skills is. I'm not a master at any one thing, but I can step in and do the job well enough to help out. So that's what it is. It is a blessing to be a jack of all trades. It is not a negative. And if we look at it, that is a lot of what Black women do every day. We are jacks of all trades. We have done a little bit of everything at every level. And we've been doing it throughout the generations, throughout our lives. So take the time out and appreciate every skill you have. whether it's a skill that will get you paid, whether it's a skill that will allow you to be helpful. Appreciate the skill. And that's all I'm saying. Love on yourself first before you go out and love on other people. Take the time to appreciate everything you know how to do. Take the time, if the opportunity presents itself, to add another skill to your bag. Don't be afraid to add another skill. But also on the flip side of that, if you have an opportunity to hone a skill and make a particular skill even better, make the time to do that as well. All right? That's all I got for this week. You take care and be careful. A lot of the sayings, we're missing out either on definitions or we're not getting the entire thing. So sometimes take time out to question. When people say something over and over again, find out its origin. Find out if that's all there is to it. If you got anything out of this video, please take the time, hit the like button, share it with someone who you think will appreciate the message. And I will see you on the next one.
Yeah. Beat drops heavy, heartbeat steady, ready.
Check the mirror, see a queen in the reflection. No doubt, full steam, no signs of deflection. Crown on my curls,